But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our first guest of this episode to maybe tell us about what they're most looking forward to next year. And that is our good friend, my good friend, your something else, Danielle. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yep, I can
coming
hear you
through.
twice in the other room and here.
Oh, wow. Big fan, long time listener, first time caller. Very excited to be here. As Sean hinted before, I guess the thing I'm looking the most forward to in 2025 would be, Wicked Part 2.
Wicked Part
Big
2.
fan of the musical. It's one of my favorite musicals.
I think you mean Wicked for Good.
For good. Yeah, I'm personally not huge on the title. It's whatever. I kind of think it should have been called like Act 1, Act 2, because it's, that's what it is at the stage show.
Yeah.
It's the second professional show that I've ever seen, like musical wise. So I have a very strong connection to Wicked. Loved the first one. Really looking forward to the second. I'm really glad that they filmed them like back to back.
Yeah.
And that they did the live singing on set. Really looking forward to that. For TV, I'm really looking forward to Yellowjackets season 3. Sean, I don't know if you watched that at all. I know TJ hasn't.
I have not. I watched like the pilot of it, but it's one of the Paramount Plus is increasingly the show, and Apple are the streaming services that I'm just so far behind on. It's like, I don't know, it might be becoming like a lost cause.
So we don't have it on streaming at all. We ended up getting the first 2 seasons from the library.
Oh wow.
And I was able to watch them very quickly. I try not to watch shows anymore that are like still airing because I don't like this. Now I have to wait until February to see the new season. But I just couldn't help myself with this show, and it's like, I don't know. For me, it's very much I couldn't stop watching. So
that's what I'm very much
looking forward to the new season.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I have heard nothing but great stuff about that show. And then obviously, what's her name? Ella Purnell coming out of there. Melanie Linsky too, just like people that, the amount that show has like restarted careers, jump-started careers, just like been a really cool thing for actors to be in, or like brand new people that we've gotten from there. Definitely makes me want to go back and watch it. And it is definitely one of those shows that is on the list of like, at some point I need to sit down and watch that whole show. And so I am definitely excited too. I'm happy that it keeps going. Is this the last season, or is there going to be more after this?
I have no idea, honestly. I know that they filmed like a bonus episode too that they were originally, I think, going to release before the 3rd season, and now they're saying that they're going to wait until afterwards or something. But so it goes between like the past and the present, as I'm sure people who know anything about it know. And they haven't been rescued yet in the past. So I know that in the 90s, they're there for like 18 months, and there's season 2 was really the winter months. So I can see it having definitely at least another season. Just because according to the timeline, it seems like we've only really seen 6 months out of, their survival.
Yeah. Wow. That's very exciting. I wish that is one of those shows. Not only do I want to watch it, it's just one of those shows that I hate that I fell off of it, because it's like now it does just feel like it's so much to get caught back up on, but I really, really want to go back and check it out. But yeah, I am right there with you with Wicked as well. I mean, Wicked is, it's like, it is just fast becoming. I'm not going to spoil our top 10 list that we'll be talking about. I should say our top 10 of 2024 list. I won't spoil that. We'll be talking about when that episode is coming in a little bit here later on. But the first movie is just jumping up my list like so far mentally in my head all the time that I am just so excited for part 2.
Speaking of just Wicked for Good, do you have any what does that mean for you? Does that mean something, Sean?
I don't want. I mean,
based on obviously how the first one ended.
Yeah, well, I mean, that I don't know anything.
Right.
I don't want to know anything.
Yep.
But I do know, I believe, and I'm sure Danielle is like screaming right now. I believe that is the title of a song in the second part. Is that correct?
That's
Or
correct.
a
Yes.
meaningful lyric, maybe.
It's a song title.
Okay. Yeah.
One
I'm
of the
assuming
most
it's
beloved
really going to hit
songs, you could
hard like a
say,
year
yeah.
from now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very exciting. I think it. I mean, there are a couple casting choices maybe I'm not the fan of, but as far as like the two main characters, I think they casted very well. I like that they're going with people with theater backgrounds and not like
Can I
sure
ask
Ariana
who
Grande's
are you
like
unhappy with cast wise in the first part?
I don't know. I don't want to get hate. I think
You're
Madame
actually
Marble
if you
could have
want
been.
to. Oh, okay. I was gonna
I think
say if you want to,
I
you can
think
put it in the
Madame
private
Marble could have
chat.
been casted a little better personally.
Yeah.
Just on the singing standpoint, nothing against, I think she's a great actress, but as far as that character, like she wasn't doing anything for me. And also like I feel like for me personally, it's hard to see Jeff Goldblum not just as Jeff Goldblum.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't know, but as far as like the main, I think Ariana Grande and Cynthia both did a very good job.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to bring up or anything you want to ask or talk about before we let you go?
No, Carry On was good. I liked Carry On.
I gotta watch it. Maybe we'll watch that. Honestly, I might watch that tonight. How long is it?
It's like an hour 59. So 2.
God, jeez, you said it's like an hour. Okay, 59. Man, talking about a journey. Jeez. Yeah, 2 hours. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in and telling us what you're looking forward to and everything like that. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
We are going to bring in our next caller, who is Shelly, who called in last week. Very excited to have you back on the show. Shelly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yep. Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. I guess my answer to the question is similar to last week's question, where I'm sort of pushing Wicked aside because it's sort of the ultimate, to wait for. So I don't think a lot of people have talked lately about Captain America Brave New World. And it's like, I mean, maybe because right now everybody is talking about Superman because of tomorrow's teaser and all that, but I've been really looking forward to it. And when they gave us the look of, Red Hulk, it really got me excited to do it. The whole thing about, the obvious change in casting and I just think it's going to be great with Harrison Ford. And just to sort of get back into the MCU stuff on the big screen, because I was not looking forward to even taking the publicity stuff away from what happened with the whole Kang Dynasty thing, but I wasn't looking forward to that anyway. When I saw him in Loki, I didn't feel that he had any kind of magnetism or whatever to feel like he was going to be a really big bad coming up in the future. So I am so glad that for whatever reason that has been scrapped, and I feel like this movie is going to sort of start things back up again, and I'm hoping that it's got a new flavor to it and everything, but also has a better consistency of what the older movies were, and some of these that didn't go well, that people aren't thinking about that, and that they can feel like they're back in the whole MCU seat, in the theater, where you're looking forward to the next one and the next one, for 10 years or whatever it's going to be. But I just feel like this one is going to kick things off and get back on track. So I'm really looking forward to that the most.
Yeah, I think just like speaking of that, as far as getting people back into the theater to be excited about an MCU movie, this will hopefully be the first time that they maybe have 2 wins in a row in a long time. So I'm just like looking at the list of movies that have come out over the years.
Yeah.
And I would probably say like the last like win-win they had was it was might have been Endgame and Far From Home. Would you count that was a win, right? People really like that movie, I would say.
Oh, Far From Home was amazing. Yeah.
So I would probably say Endgame and Far From Home was probably
There's
like
been
the
nothing
last.
since then, you don't think?
Not back to back that have been like boom boom, really really good. Like
I
Black
believe
Widow.
you. I just don't want it to be true.
Black Widow was, people were like kind of mixed on that. Shang-Chi, a lot of people liked, but then Eternals, people were like meh. And then we got No Way Home, a lot of people liked that. And then we got Doctor Strange, which was I really liked that movie, but obviously like Sean, you were mixed on it.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah, then we had Love and Thunder, we had Wakanda Forever, Quantumania, Guardians 3, Marvels, and then Deadpool Wolverine. So not really like a strong, 2-3 in a row where it's like, oh, we're hitting, like they used to. So I think this is their first chance with Captain America to get back to that, and hopefully they do. I feel like it's kind of up in the air right now if that movie's going to be good or not, as far as like having reshoots and all that other stuff.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, Guardians was amazing. That Guardians 3. I mean, what a way to go out on that one.
Right.
And, things like that. Of course,
and then that's immediately followed by Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Marvels.
They were. Yeah.
Hey, okay. The Marvels wasn't that bad. I just felt like there was one part that wasn't necessary, which was the whole dancing thing. But other than that, I thought the 3 women were really good.
I don't even think it's bad. It's just it's a stumbling block. It was definitely not a success for Marvel Studios. I would say it was not a good get the ball rolling type of thing.
Yeah, but I also feel though like some of the announcements, like I'm fine with RDJ playing Dr. Doom, but I am not looking forward to the idea of either Cap or Steve Rogers coming back, whatever he's going to play. He can't. I don't think he can play Johnny in this because it's. We've got Fantastic Four coming up, and he's not going to be Johnny. So it's like, why play with that? It was one thing.
I think there's another reason that he can't be Johnny.
Yeah, right. That too. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't want it to turn into like this habit of everybody loves the original Avengers, so we have to throw one in here once in a while. I just hope that's not the ideal. Like they have to appease us. They have to make their films. And do it with hopefully some comic book integrity, with it and everything. And of course, Deadpool and Wolverine was amazing, but you don't think of it as connected to that like storyline thing they like to do, like just the whole Thanos thing. Then luckily Kang died or something to deal with him. But I mean, whatever this next sort of stretch is supposed to be, and as far as the movies coming forward. But I just don't want it to turn into we have to have one of the originals all the time or people aren't going to watch kind of attitude. I hope that's not what they're trying to do by bringing Chris Evans back. I didn't mind it when RDJ was announced as Dr. Doom because I could totally see that. Because I think if they were going to play around with him in not a great way, they would have found a way to bring him back as Tony. And I'm glad they didn't do it that way. But, I'm just hoping that the new movies have the kind of punch that the originals did, but not feeling they have to bring back people to try and get across the finish line with them because they've had a few that didn't go off very well, in between. So, I'm just, like I said, I'm so glad the Kang thing isn't happening. And I almost feel bad that it was even part of Loki, except it just, I don't know.
How did you feel about Kang in Ant-Man?
Well, I felt like they put a lot of that film around him because you know what I mean.
I would say so.
But I'm thinking that it was okay because I think of Ant-Man as a real sort of standalone. Yes, he's part of the Avengers and all that, but because he's not like an original 5 type. You can almost do anything with that. So you don't need a whole Kang Dynasty string of TV shows and movies. he was okay as like the villain in that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just felt like it was almost a story between him and I can't think of her name, Michelle Pfeiffer's character.
Yeah.
So it was, if she hadn't been part of it, you would have wondered like, what was that? And now we're going nowhere with it. But because it was linked to her, I feel like it's a pass. We could deal with that. He was in that, kind of thing. But it didn't really hook him necessarily to everything else now that that's gone. So that's at least how I feel about it. So, but I'm looking forward to all of them and, that are coming up. And I'm looking forward to this, to Brave New World, see what it's going to be all about.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably no surprise we're going to be talking about Captain America 4 in a little bit here. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, definitely, a good one that's I won't say, obviously, I don't think any big Marvel movie like that could be under the radar, but I just think a lot of people are just looking over it. And I think that movie deserves the benefit of the doubt in a way that the Craven team desperately wanted for that movie.
Yeah. And I just think that I really think the Harrison Ford part of it is going to bring people in because they're going to be really interested in what he is going to do with that character, not being originally his and all that. But it's going to be interesting, especially, it's not like he's just playing that character. Then he's got the Red Hulk to do too. And I just want to see how he does things. Like Mark Ruffalo did the whole dual thing, you know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, in something like this and where it goes forward. Red Hulk's going to have more to do later. We'll see where he ends up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my thing. I'm looking forward to that one for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for calling in. TJ, was there anything you wanted to bring up on anything?
No, that was it. I'm good.
Yeah, thank you for calling in again. We really appreciate it. And yeah, join us back next time we're doing call-ins for that topic. Always great to hear from you on the show.
Okay, thanks. Have a good night.
Thanks.
So let's go ahead and bring on, if we can bring him in here, Shannon, who called in last week, is graciously calling us again. So let's go ahead and bring her in. Hello, can you hear us?
Hi, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to call in the most anticipated 2025 movie for Finley and Keegan, your nephews. They are very hyped
Louis,
over. No, they're very hyped over the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're very excited for that. And I have to admit, after seeing the trailer for it, I when I heard it was happening, I was like, okay, sure. But I saw the trailer and I gotta say, it looks like it was really well done. Like it genuinely does. So we are very excited to see that. And do you want to say anything about How to Train Your Dragon? Yeah. Okay. You got to talk about the movie though. Okay. Yeah. That is Yep, that didn't work out very well, but I speak for them.
I agree.
Yeah, that could have gone better. He can speak. I don't know what that was.
I've heard him
but
speak.
yeah.
Vouch.
Yep, he totally can. So I don't know what that was. Maybe a small stroke or something. But anyway, we are looking forward to that. And like I said, it looks like very compelling and worth a watch, which I really wasn't expecting much from the trailer.
And it does the dun, 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 and that's all you got to do, right?
Exactly. Finley, if you want to say something, you can, but you have to actually say something. And it can't be inappropriate because I have to look good. Okay, go ahead.
I love this show.
Thanks.
There you go. Look at that. We got one. The next generation of PFN mega fans.
Yeah. Can you say I love your show?
I love your show.
Thank you.
All right. There you have it from both of them.
All right. Fantastic.
Thanks,
we might
guys.
be talking about that in a second. I will see you guys this weekend
Yes.
Thank you guys for calling in, and give us a call when we're doing calls next time.
Sounds good. Bye.